Self-Reliance, alongside Anna Kendrick, Andy Samberg, and numerous others. He's in a absolute fantastic piece of cinema. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Johnson.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys? I'm honored to be here and to talk football with you guys. I'm the friggin' doofus, but I'm a diehard Bear fan, and I'm pulling for the Niners.
Okay. To hell with the Packers. I appreciate that. I like that the rivalry is very much alive still on both sides. Hopefully the Niners are able to get that done if you're a Bears fan. But let's talk football real quick then. Justin Fields, we love him, huh? You love Justin Fields?
You know, I'm a big Fields fan. I think he had a great year. I like what Flus is doing, but I feel like if we got the number 1 overall pick and Jimmy H is available, I can't believe we're not kicking the tires.
Jimmy H?
Jimmy Harbaugh.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, why not bring Harbaugh in?
I mean, he's meeting with Atlanta. He's meeting with San Diego. We're not even kicking the tires.
I love that. So close. Los Angeles now. You know, you're so dived in on writing and creating magic. The Harbaugh thought of him going to Chicago. And Belichick also available, Jake. And
I know, but we're about to get the number 1 overall. We could get a QB. I want an offensive guy. We've never had that. If we take Caleb Williams and we pair him with an offensive coordinator who might be on a 2-3 year deal, what are we doing?
So it sounds like you're ready to move on.
Am I out of line here, Pat?
No,
Am I out of line here?
No, Jake, you're actually speaking what a lot of Bears fans are thinking. It's a pretty mixed reaction, I do believe, from Bears fans. There's a lot of people that are thankful for the Eberflus culture seemingly hitting at the end of the year. Justin Fields getting back playing his best football. Here's everything we've been building for. Do we want to start over again? But with the number 1 overall pick, I mean, you got a lot to potentially build upon.
Yeah, I think what would be really scary is if Caleb Williams comes in the league and he's not on our team and he's incredible. And then we got to deal with Jordan Love in Green Bay, who seems to be another hit, which I've lost so much money on that kid because I was sure he was a bust. And if he's good and then Caleb Williams is good, and then if we middle, I mean, at a certain point, we just got to take our losses.
Yeah, well, you guys have been taking a lot of those. A lot of those.
But we're building, Pat.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Jake.
We're going to take the North, Pat. We're not going to give it back.
Oh, Jordan Love looks so good.
He does.
He looks so good. I hate it.
Yeah, he's so good.
I hate it.
Okay, let's talk about this Self-Reliance movie first before we dive into the rest of the football conversation and life talk. Congrats. I assume this is a massive ordeal. So a lot of people know you from New Girl. You're the voice of Pete.
Yeah.
Peter Parker. Yeah, Pete B.
In Spider-Verse.
Peter B. Parker, yeah.
Which we looked up the amount of money and success that this is. I have not seen it. I'm watching it tonight. I didn't even know this existed, by the way. That's on me. I'm a sports doofus. I'm watching it tonight. This is you in that particular film. You voiced this particular character. And now with this Self-Reliance you're killing it, Jake. Absolutely killing it.
Thanks, buddy.
How did we get to this point? And for Self-Reliance, I know that you wrote it, directed, starred in it. Is this just what it's going to be going forward for you now? Congrats, if that's the case.
Thanks,
I know
buddy.
people work their dicks off to get to that.
Thanks, man. Well, I got to give it to you, too, man. You're killing it. I was watching that WWE promo, and that looks fun, man.
Come on.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
Hey, you can't trust
good
a
on you
rattlesnake.
for you guys this show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
But, you know, the movie was a lot of fun. It was something I'd wanted to do for a long time. I got the opportunity to make it. It's on Hulu right now. It was number 1 all weekend, which was a really great honor. And it's been fun. But I got to tell you, I feel like I'm an actor first. You know, I'm doing a podcast these days called We're Here to Help, and it's fun. So I don't really know what's next. I kind of take each gig, job by job. But I will say I know it's a really fun era. You guys have talked a lot on your show about how the old guard is going away and there's a new guard, and that guard is going directly to the people. And this movie I made on Hulu, we made it for $5 million. So it is an indie. But the reach is as big as the big ones. So I'm feeling like we're in a really exciting time across the board.
Great leverage for you going forward. Go ahead, AJ.
I know you said you feel like an actor first, but have you always written? I know it makes you much more valuable. I would imagine if you can write your own stuff and try to present that. Is that something you've done from a young age as an actor? And why doesn't every actor write and try to produce? And
yeah. Thanks, AJ. Yeah, definitely. I started off as an actor as a writer, because to just wait and audition is really tricky, especially if you got a profile like mine.
No, you're handsome. You're handsome. Stay straight. Stay straight.
What's wrong with it?
But Patty, I mean, you got to look at guys like Ryan Gosling, and you look at these hunks. So if you're coming up as an actor and you're a character actor like myself, and when I left Chicago, I was walking around at 215 with a pack of cigarettes and a 6-pack of beer in my stomach at all times.
Hell yeah.
So I thought I might not get that role, but if I write it myself and I write it apart for me, I got a way better chance of getting it. So I've always kind of thought you got to do everything in the business in order to get a seat at the table and stay there.
A lot of the things are comedy. You write. Do you do stand-up? Did you do stand-up? Have you ever?
I did a little bit. I did more improv. I came out of Chicago where the Second City was, and I looked up to the Bill Murrays and the Chris Farleys. And this idea of being in an ensemble and being on a team and making the team better, that's where I always thought was the road through. And I always loved that more than the idea of just standing up there with a mic.
I think Tina Fey is from Second City, Chicago as well.
Tina Fey, yeah, she's a killer. Rachel Dratch, a lot of great people. Tim Robinson.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's a killer.
Dude.
He is a killer.
We had a couple weeks on this particular program where literally the show was a sports topic and then rammed in, I think you should leave.
Yep.
Reference in there. So obviously Second City has had a lot of success. What's the writing process? We smoke dope. We are in a quiet room. We play music. What type of music? How do you, what is your creative process?
It always starts with a seed, and then I believe in the grind. So I believe I want to do kind of 3 or 4 drafts to everybody else's one draft. So I believe in the first draft is a kind of a vomit draft. You just get it out, and then you send it around, and you get notes, and you just keep pushing. So if I'm going to smoke weed, it's going to be at the early stages, at the idea stage, and then I'm going to start fading as I get into drafts.
Do you do it in a notes section? How do you do it? Type, write? What do we
type? Yeah, old school. I went to NYU for dramatic writing, so I started off as a screenwriter. So I copied the 3-act structure. I'm back from like the late 90s, early 2000s of the way like a big movie should look. And I like doing indies with a big structure. So I like a 3-act structure. I like a protagonist going through the whole journey. I like the change. Stuff that it feels like a movie that you could see in like a Pixar movie. I like trying to do it in like a little weirdo movie like Self-Reliance.
Okay.